Imbolc has just passed us, the first whisper of spring, the time when the light begins to return to all of our lives, when the earth starts waking up again slowly. And every year around this season, my heart turns towards Brigid. Brigid was the triple goddess of fire and poetry and healing, the one who holds the flame of inspiration and protection. And it got me thinking about this summer. This summer I went to Ireland, and this is her ancient homeland. I visited a very special place dedicated to researching and celebrating Brigid, both the goddess and the way she later was woven into Saint Brigid, the beloved saint. It's a living bridge between the old ways and the new. So the day I was in this particular spot, it was blazing hot outside, unusually hot for Ireland. The kind of heat that makes everyone want to stay inside, drink water, or drink cold drinks, and avoid anything that involves effort. Most people were lounging and chatting, staying indoors in the shade, hoping to sit by a fan. But there was this labyrinth on the grounds. It was beautiful, ancient feeling, and it was all laid out in stone and rocks. And I really wanted to walk it. I felt this quiet pull, like Brigid herself was saying to me, "Come through, come learn about growth with me so you can start again." So I made my way outside in the raging sun, but no one else was at the labyrinth when I got there. And so I walked over to it and I stood at the edge, just looking at how beautiful it was and how perfect the labyrinth looked. Standing in the midday's heat, wondering if I should go in, and hoping I could quickly walk it without anyone noticing. And then I saw her, a woman, calm, purposeful. She came from my right-hand side, heading straight for us, and she walked right into the entrance of the labyrinth. She didn't hesitate, she just stepped right in and started walking the path in front of me. And my heart leapt. Perfect, I thought. This is so exciting. So I waited a respectful moment and then I followed her in. And that's when the magic really started. As I walked, I could see her ahead of me, sometimes close, sometimes far away. The labyrinth folds and it turns back on itself, so you lose sight of people, but then suddenly they're right there again. And at first it felt slow. Every step on the outer rings seemed to take forever, and it was freaking hot outside. The heat pressed in, and I just walked, consciously and methodically, following this lady's footsteps. My mind wandered a little bit, like, how long is this going to take? How I was so thirsty and sweating. Whether I should have brought water. Why was I even doing this? And then if I wanted to quit, like, how should I get out? How do I jump out of this without disrupting this other lady? But I just kept quietly walking. And as I kept going, I started noticing something deeper. I was watching her growth at the same time I was watching my own growth. Sometimes she was way ahead and she disappeared into another section, while I was still circling the outer loops. It felt like, wow, she's so far along. She's got this figured out. She's way ahead of me. And then the path would turn and suddenly I would catch up. We'd be almost shoulder to shoulder for a moment, or even we would literally pass each other by. We'd smile and keep walking silently. Then we'd separate again. Her in one section, me in another section, completely different parts of the spiral, and somehow still on the same journey. We kept passing near each other again and again in these quiet, wordless crossings. And it was beautiful. And it hit me so clearly. This is exactly what growth feels like in life. We compare ourselves constantly. We see someone else ahead, more healed, more successful, more spiritually awake, more whatever. And we think they're so much further along. Or maybe it's like, good Lord, I'm far behind. And then we catch up for a second and we feel good, only to fall behind again when they turn the next corner. We forget that the path isn't linear. It loops back, it doubles back on us all the time. It brings you close to others and then far apart and then close again. And none of it means that one person is better, one person is faster. We're all walking the same spiral, seeing different views at different moments. But the most powerful part of the experience is that growth speeds up the closer you get to the center. On the outer edges, every step feels small and incremental, almost pointless. The turns are wide and the progress is slow. But as you spiral inward, the path tightens and the curves sharpen. Each step covers more ground in terms of transformation. So you start to feel the momentum build and you're like, yeah, I'm getting somewhere. And by the time you reach the very middle, the heart of the labyrinth, it's quiet, it's still, it's sacred. And you realize the whole journey was designed to bring you here, to this place of wholeness, no matter how long it took or how many times you had to circle around and round. Standing there in the center, I was sweating, but my heart was wide open, and I felt Brigid's presence so strongly. Not as like a distant goddess, but as the fire that keeps moving us inward, towards healing, towards creativity, towards ourselves. The heat didn't matter anymore. The comparison didn't matter. She was gone. What mattered was that I had walked and that I had followed the pull inside myself. That someone's courage had given me permission to take my own steps forward. And as I reached the center and paused there in the stillness, I felt something quietly shift inside of me, a quiet release. We walk consciously into the labyrinth with the intention to release. With each turn, you let go of what no longer serves you. The path invites you to surrender, to peel away layers of resistance or old stories, and heavy expectations you've been carrying this whole time. When you finally arrive at the heart, you walk in the center circle 3 times, and there's space. Space to breathe, to forgive yourself, to set down the weight. But the journey doesn't end there. You still have to walk out of the labyrinth. Walking out, you carry something new. You decide what you want to welcome into your life. The same spiral that helped you release now helps you renew. Each step outward brings integration and clarity and a refreshed energy towards new beginnings. You emerge lighter, more aligned, carrying Brigid's flame not as a burden, but as like a gentle inner light that lights the way forward. Release on the way in, renew on the way out. And that's the quiet magic of the labyrinth. So Imbolc has just passed, and as the light returns, I invite you to think about your own labyrinth. Where are you right now on the path? Are you on the outer, wide rings, feeling nothing is moving? Or are you starting to feel the spiral tighten and the pace quicken? Notice the people who pass near you. Maybe they're ahead of you, maybe they're beside you, maybe they're behind you. They're not better or worse, they're just on the same sacred journey, walking. And when you catch yourself comparing, just breathe and release that. Smile at the stranger on the path. Keep walking. The center is waiting for you. If this spoke to you, please hit the like button so more people feel less alone on their journey and can get this message. And if you like more reflections like this, gentle, soulful, connected to the seasons and old ways, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I bought a book while I was there, and I wanted to close with this script from the book. May the arms of God be with you. May the way of Christ guide you. The strength of the Spirit support you. May Brigid be close to you as you journey on your pilgrim way. And as always, you're doing great. Keep going. I love you more.